He didn't know it yet, but he was about to witness something incredible. It all started in Outer Banks, a coastal community in North Carolina. It was a cool September night in this placid and secluded area of the United States. A quiet and serene location, perfect to forget about the world and enjoy some peace. The sky was clean and clear, no clouds, no moonlight, no buildings or electric bulbs of any kind, just an infinite starry canvas of light, worlds and worlds away. The conditions were perfect for Wes Snyder, professional photographer and known throughout the country for his coastal and night photography work. And then, suddenly it happened. There, captured clearly by Snyder's camera, appeared the mysterious and inexplicable swirling red trails, enigmatic beams of reddish light that, like ghosts, heralds and promises of something unknown and beyond our understanding, appeared in the background of the image. Atmospheric or meteorological phenomena? Military evidence? Interstellar signals? Let's find out more about the secrets of these enigmatic photographs of lights and strange aerial bodies that haunt the Outer Banks area and make us think that probably there is much more than beach, sand, and sea in this secluded and disturbing community. Mankind has always looked to the skies for meaning, but as our yearning for knowledge has reached farther into the depths of space, the search becomes for the answer of the question, are we alone? If you seek the truth, like, subscribe, click the bell icon, join us. This is what the world needs. This is disclosure. The charm of coastal communities is tranquility, as many of them are serene, clean places away from the big cities and adjacent to the natural world. It is not surprising that more and more people are interested in visiting these beautiful places or even making them their home. But could there be something more than nature in these remote places that makes them as attractive to beings from other lands and worlds as they are to us? Outer Banks could be one of those places where something beyond our world could be taking up residence, whether attracted by the place or perhaps because the scarce light pollution in the area, in the form of lighthouses or light bulbs, offers a much more suitable panorama for these sightings. Everything seems to indicate that the lights every now and then appear in the skies of this community have something to teach us, a secret to share. This is what the evidence suggests. Wes Snyder, professional coastal photographer and, let's repeat, celebrated for the quality and detail of his night photography, was on the Outer Banks with the objective of photographing the starry night sky, taking a complete shot of the center of the Milky Way. It was not necessarily an easy task. To properly photograph the center of our galaxy requires certain conditions, including a clear sky, the right date, since in some months it is invisible, and perfect timing. And that night between 8 and 10 p.m. September 27th, and with the help of his 3 professional west-facing cameras, Snyder captured more than just the beauty of the starry sky. The red trails. In the video Snyder made available on YouTube, in the background, dancing like starfires in one corner of the immense shot of the night sky, swirled several reddish lines, drawing bright spirals in the sky and following a strange and abnormal trajectory. In his attempt to capture the path of the array of stars at night, Snyder took countless photos of the night sky, piecing them all together into a video where we see the stellar displacement and the reddish discs of light dancing in the background of it all. According to the photographer, the red trails in the sky were visible for a time frame of 10 to 20 minutes. The video first appeared on Facebook on January 21st, where it was viewed some 13,000 times and received hundreds of reactions in just 10 days. The usual controversy and ambivalence about UFOs and unexplained celestial bodies was not long in coming. Many people, including the photographer himself, claim that it could well be military aerial practices or drones, since, according to Snyder himself, the Outer Banks are not far from a military firing range, and indeed North Carolina's reputation for its many military aircraft is not undeserved. Contradictory opinions did not take long to appear, particularly those referring to the trajectory of these enigmatic whirlpools that have given people all over the world food for thought. In the video, in the background of the ship Ocean Pursuit, wrecked some time ago, we can see the normal trajectory of the sky and the stars that are lost one by one at the bottom of the horizon. We see the bright shooting stars following an ordinary trajectory, and next to them, the swirls of fiery light that twist and turn in a point in the distance, appearing and disappearing, rotating in an orderly, mechanical, intelligent, and as free as controlled at the same time. We can clearly see how one of the red stripes breaks the pre-established trajectory, moving away from its ordinary path what could be kilometers away, and returning in seconds to its circular motion before disappearing and reappearing a few seconds later. Snyder himself not only stated that the phenomenon continued for several minutes, but also that in all his experience as a night photographer, he has caught several wakes and trajectories of airplanes, but that these in particular were not familiar to him. If we watch the video in detail, we can notice how the UFOs draw circles at a distance that seemed very close to the ground. How they appeared, reappeared, and on certain occasions appeared again at high altitudes in short periods of time, as if they devoured hundreds of kilometers in seconds. On his YouTube channel, he posted a video where he asked if anyone could help him identify what type of aircraft would be able to fly like that. As a photographer himself said, they had incredible maneuverability, and it is not the first time that sightings of this nature happen in the state of North Carolina. In 2018, a 35-year-old man named Javion Hill captured in photography an image of an extracted disc-shaped object descending in the sky in the middle of a storm, an encounter that, according to Hill himself, kept him awake all night. A year later, in October 2019, exactly in Outer Banks, a shocking video recorded by a group of people aboard a boat was taken. It showed a group of glowing bodies gliding in the sky, slowly descending into the sea. A shocking succession of shots captured in the middle of the sunset where nothing could be seen but the ocean. Some people claim that in this video, with more than 471,000 reproductions, what appeared were flares or aircraft from the military base, located about 125 miles to the west, although, according to a spokesman of this same base, no flight tests were conducted that day. North Carolina is one of the most active states in terms of UFO sightings and aerial phenomena. Since the 1940s, more than 7,570 sightings and detections of flying objects have been reported. The numbers are growing, and, according to many speculators, the actual number is much higher. The most shocking thing about this recent video is that its footage was not taken with conventional cell phone cameras, which, while effective, can be unreliable for some. The shots were captured with professional equipment designed and graded to photograph the night sky and capture in detail all its beauty. And that's what they did, capturing the enigmatic phenomenon in the sky. A phenomenon with an unusual, eccentric, and at the same time, controlled trajectory. In the images, we can notice certain details. Perfect to notice the eccentric oval trajectory of these red light lines. The control within the erratic trajectory, its relative closeness to the ground, the way the path seems to break and propel the object, whatever it is, much further before returning to its course, and the way the red trails appear seconds later at an enormous height. Speculation takes over. Ideas and assumptions begin to roam and swirl through our minds like the trajectories of such inexplicable figures. Is it some unknown aeronautical project, interstellar observers attracted by activity in the Outer Banks area? Or is it all part of a more complex and convoluted web than we can imagine? A shot of the Milky Way as Wes Snyder intended to capture in his photograph requires preparation, choosing the right place, having the right weather, and the right timing. Reflecting on the number of little things that converge for these celestial phenomena to be caught on video, it would not be strange to consider it a stroke of luck and to think of the many similar events and phenomena that we might be, for the moment, overlooking. In today's world, where each one of us has access to knowledge, tools, and technologies that kings of the past had, where even the average cell phone camera has more range and resolution than the governments of powerful nations had in their time several decades ago, where everything is interconnected and we can share at a speed we could not imagine in the past, we ask ourselves, how much more is about to change? The tranquility and beauty of the Outer Banks is one of the main reasons why people from all over the country visit them. But could there be any other compelling reason why even beings from a distant world different from our own are interested in them? Being the state of North Carolina one of the richest in UFO sightings, and at the same time in military air bases, we wonder, could it be that images like these are nothing more than airplanes or drones? Or is it precisely the exponential advance of our own technology that is attracting them? Could they be more connected to us than we imagine? It will be up to time to reveal the truth.